Yep, you guessed it, it's engine rebuild time. But did the van make it back? Or did I need a tow? Well, things went wrong pretty much immediately. As soon as I got to Denmark, the overdrive stopped working, which meant my max speed on the motorway was 40 miles an hour. And then when I got near Hamburg, the alternator also died. So currently the alternator is not working. I've got no signal from the alternator for the RPM. Volts are just basically battery voltage. I've got no charge light. At least it's not overvolting. So I managed to buy an alternator. It was absolutely extortionately expensive, €350. Also found an old solenoid which works better than the solenoid we've got at the moment on the overdrive, and I'm hoping I'll fit that. I'm hoping the overdrive will work. So to change the alternator, first remove the battery terminal, loosen all the bolts, and that should now, make it loose. And if it's loose enough, we can remove the belt. Okay, 19, found the spanner, so that's off. Oil feed, vacuum. Right, that's it out. That looks odd. So there's something stuck in there. Oh God, it's all in bits inside. Oh no. I might, if I'm feeling excited, might take it apart, but yeah, it looks like it's disintegrated. Oh dear. Right. Insulation is opposite of de-insulation. Okay, done. All fitted. All tightened, tensioned, everything plugged in. Wonder how long that's taken me. That took me half an hour. I think I'm just turning into a robot now, just desperate to get home. I didn't film the solenoid. This is it. So basically what it does, these little openings open and close to guide the oil, the hydraulic fluid, which is gear oil, to the right places. So two things to hope for: that the alternator works and the overdrive works. Now I'm just going to keep driving until I'm home, basically. Right, first check alternator. Oh, I hope it doesn't blow up. No battery light. Oh, it looks normal. It looks like it's working. Oh my God. Okay. Right, I am driving. I'm gonna drive and not stop. And the solenoid worked too, which means I could travel at a blistering 50 miles an hour on the motorway. So I've just arrived home. It's like I've been driving for more than 12 hours today. I'm absolutely exhausted, but I'm actually home. Okay, time to open up the engine, figure out what the hell is wrong with it. First look at this since Norway. Looks exactly the same. So I've taken the rock cover off and I can't see anything wrong. Everything is still to spec, so the clearances are the same. Doesn't look like any additional rods have been bent. The rocker shaft looks good and straight. So for now I'm going to just repair the rocker shaft because I'm going to need it for whatever we do. Okay, so I've got all of this side off. I put everything in order so I can put it all back exactly the same. This is the broken piece in the middle. It's super easy. Just take the M6 bolts off and it all slides off. Now, I don't know what I'm doing here. I've never done this before. It feels super smooth. I mean, I know it looks pretty bad, but actually I can't feel anything there. Slightest little bump there. So I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Is this too worn? And there it is all back together. So this is a new bit. Seems to match exactly. Everything fitted. These are tightened. So this is now ready to either put back on, or you do my big reveal. I've bought a replacement cylinder head. Now you might think I'm mad. Half the people watching who know anything about engines are going to be like, there's a small thing wrong with this. You don't need to change your cylinder head. I know that. I think probably what's happened is the valve is getting stuck in the guide. That's what I think. And, you know, probably because it's bent, but maybe there's something else going on. Maybe the engine's a bit worn. I have taken it all to bits, taken the valves out. I have lapped the valves. I've had it skimmed. I have vacuum tested all the ports and it's pretty much perfect. So I'm really hoping that this is going to work. I might have done a bit of sneaky cleaning and painting. Didn't look like that when I got it. How cool does that look, all painted and shiny and nice? Now, I know fair well that taking an old, rusty, crappy part and painting it does not make it work better. But, oh, it's nice. It's worth it. This rocker cover is for a turbo transit engine. They're super rare as far as I can tell. And I managed to find a proper, original, unused turbo PCV valve. So that can go in there. God, it's tight. Well, this damn thing doesn't fit. I mean, it feels like it maybe is the right part, but I could hammer it in, but I would never get it out again. Right, it's on. Does not want to come off. I had to sand the actual plastic cap down a bit, and I had to sand the inside diameter of that by quite a lot. And now it fits, but it's still probably too tight. So I'm just getting closer to taking the head off this thing. I'm nervous because if the head bolts break, then I'm completely screwed. I don't know what I'm going to do. Right, well that was a total nightmare, but I did manage to get all the bolts loose. It was difficult because the access at the back is almost non-existent. Worst of all, the last one here, there was a bunch of gunk and a piece of metal. Look at this. Piece of metal jammed down by the head of the nut. So I've got the bolts out and the head is absolutely stuck. Like well and truly stuck. I cannot get it loose. This may be a bad idea, but I'm going to try and turn the engine over and see if a bit of compression can pop the head off. Well, there was a clunk there. Well, I'm going to check. See still. I thought I heard a noise. What is that noise? Sounds absolutely awful. Right, not to be defeated. I've made this. It's going to lift the head. Right, that didn't work, so I made a different one. Look at this. Looks like it's loose. So I've done the bracket at the back, I've done the bracket at the front, and I think it's free now. Nothing dramatic happened, it didn't like pop off, but it just feels loose. So I'm going to take this one off and see if I can get the head off. I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but look. Yes, it's free. It's finally free. Had to take one of the bolts out of the timing cover, which is really weird. But anyway, now it is completely free. Now I don't know how I can film getting it out, so I'm just going to get it out. Okay. First look at the block. Wow, it looks so good. Look at those pistons. I'm just looking at the valves here. You spot something? That is cylinder 1. For some reason, it's like white and scratched. And these ones are all black. I think that might be a problem. Right, I've hooked up my vacuum gauge to the exhaust port, which is number 1. So we're pulling a vacuum. Oh, no, that's not good. It immediately loses the vacuum. So we saw yesterday that the exhaust valve for cylinder 1 is all scratched up. And the only way that can happen is if it was hitting the piston. And really the only way it can happen repeatedly is if it's getting stuck in the guide. I don't think that it hit once, as in when the belt broke, the engine spun, it hit the valve and bent it once. I don't think that's what happened. I think it's getting stuck, and it was getting stuck every single time it opened. And so every time it opened, it got stuck and the piston hit it, pushed it back, and then the rocker opened it again, got stuck, and that was repeating. And if you listen to this film here,
oh, didn't it?
unburned diesel. I think we can hear it, the tapping of that valve. So let's take the valve out and see if it's stuck in the guide. Okay, that's the keepers off. There, let's take the spring off. Oh, That's not right. Seeing something straight away that's not right. That is not the right valve stem seal. Is this like an older design or something? I don't know what's going on there. Right, should we see if the valve comes out? Ooh. It's completely free. Completely free. Feels nice. So you see there, I've just wiped the valve seat with a tissue, and I mean it's not perfect, but it's shiny. I'm a bit confused because there's nothing obviously wrong. Like the valve isn't bent, it's smooth, it's free in the guide, and the valve itself is a bit pitted, but it's not even that bad. So I don't know what's happened, unless it's like it was bent, but then running it has just bashed it straight again. But I'm a bit surprised that it's perfect, you know, that you can't, there's no evidence of it. So I'm really confused. So I'm just taking the caps off here to look at the journal bearings, and you know, this has got a bit of wear on, but actually it's not so bad. This is probably fine to put back in, but I'm gonna probably replace it with some new ones. Bit more wear on the top side, but still not so bad. The ring's pretty gunky, but they're free. Well, I just got this in on my own, and it was a little bit tricky. I don't think I damaged anything. It didn't like go straight on. I know that's what you're meant to do. Doing this stuff on your own is just such a nightmare out on the street. I think it's probably okay. So that's all the head bolts torqued. It was so awkward. I've unplugged the fuel pump, so it won't start, and I'm just going to watch for oil pressure. Right, so we're looking for that oil pressure there to jump up. Okay, let's do it. Well, it's not. Could be airlocked. Let's give it a minute and then do it again. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay. That was painful. Just gonna do one more, just make sure there's actually a good amount of oil around the place. Probably gonna flatten the battery. Yep. I think I'm gonna have to bleed the fuel lines because they're empty, so I know what's gonna happen. Okay, let's do it. Didn't start. Let's have a look. Okay, again. Okay, stop. I'm just bleeding the fuel lines here, if you're wondering. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's spluttering. It's spluttering. It's a good thing. Right, you ready? Look at that, no smoke. It works. It's a bit smoky, but that could well be oil burning off. I think it works. So it's warmed up a bit, 50 degrees, oil pressure's still good. Starting to kind of sound a bit smoother, so I'm going to take it for a spin. A first drive, I suppose. We're off. Sounds good. Smooth. It feels like it's got a bit more power. I'm not going to push it at all, but it's definitely a bit smoky. Let's puff the smoke until the turbo kicks in. Puff and then it goes. So I think mid-range fueling's too wide. Okay, so reality check. There's still smoke on startup when cold. When it warms up, it's fine. So having done all of that engine rebuild, it's kind of the same as it was. However, I don't regret it. I've just driven it 60 miles on the A1 at its full speed, which is about 50. And if I'd done that before, the temperature would have gone up to the high 90s. I would have probably seen 96, 97, maybe even 98 degrees C, which is not alarming. But I just did that 60-mile trip and the oil never got higher than 91. And it was often less than 90. It was like cruising between 89 and 91, I would say. The coolant temps were, the needles right down near the lowest point of normal. And that is not how it used to be. So something has been fixed, I think, there. So although I'm not sure we fully got to the bottom of the smoke, what we have done has hugely improved the engine. And it's funny, isn't it, how there's evidence that the engine's been rebuilt, and you just think if it's been rebuilt and they'd put the wrong valve guide seals in, if they've made that mistake, what other mistakes have they made? So all in all, I'm glad that I've done this, but we still have to figure out the smoke. Right, it's a pretty cold morning and the van's been sitting for 2 days now. So I'm going to start it, and this is its last chance to work. If it smokes now, I'm going to start adjusting timing. Okay, so let's do this. There's the temperature. 9 degrees. Cold enough. Right, I'm going to call that not working. Right, we're doing the timing. So what I have to do is get the engine top dead center, put a pin in, loosen these pulley bolts. So if I rotate the engine backwards, what we should see is that pin move to the right, and that will be advancing the timing. Okay, it's definitely moved. Right, I'm going to lock that down and try it. You know what? I think that's fixed. No smoke, bit of black smoke. No white smoke, no misfire, started immediately. I think we might have fixed it. So all along it was just the damn timing. I said in that field, the first thing I said. Timing's out, probably.
Timing's out, probably.
But dingus me didn't advance it enough. And so I've spent the last like 2 months worrying about this, changing the cylinder head. Anyway, honestly, I don't regret it. It's fine. I'm glad I changed the cylinder head. It's made the engine so much better. And I'm just happy that I can just fix it with the timing adjustment. Because it was starting to like worry me that maybe something was really wrong. Like the cylinder hone was so bad that it wasn't sealing properly, or they were out of round, or you know, one of the pistons was a bit melted and just that messing up the compression. So just, I'm so happy that it was only just the timing. Well, I'm going to end the video. It's back together, it's working. I'm really happy. Next video, maybe I'll do a trip of some kind. Need to use it next, I think. Thanks so much for watching. I really want to invest in this channel and make regular content, and it would really help me if you could hit that subscribe button, as seeing those numbers clock up just tells me that people are liking the videos and they want to see more